tank.
Tell everybody about what oil tanks are and why they're something to consider.
It's a source for heating for the home, and a lot of times you run into the problem where there's an underground oil tank, and that's not exactly the safest way to get into a deal if you don't know what's going on with the oil tank. If it's old, it could be leaking. That's basically like an open checkbook for end buyers, and they're not particularly interested in that. So that's one thing that really killed the deal. Also, the bank wouldn't really budge on time to close, so we couldn't even really get any inspections, line up a buyer, and close the deal in enough time. So that was another issue.
Are there people out there that would actually consider buying a property with an oil tank, and who might they be?
Yeah, actually there are people that are interested. Well, Doug, one guy that actually buys anything that's contaminated. Like if the oil tank leaks and the soil is contaminated, he actually wants those deals. I guess he has connections with somebody who can remove that at a decent price.
Okay. Yeah, so these guys are pretty much running oil contamination remediation companies. They also do oil tank sweeps, and that's their business. So they have a lot, they have efficiencies of being in the business and knowing how to run it and how to deal with problems better than the layman does, or even an investor would know. And actually what I found out is that I talked to some people on Monday on a Monday call, and a couple of people that were in different states said that oil tanks are not as big of an issue in their state. So in fact, New Jersey has this, oddity, I guess you could say, where the Environmental Protection Agency is so concerned about oil tanks being underground, and it's a very good reason as to why. If it contaminates the soil, it could get into the groundwater. It could make people, actually die if you think about it, where they drink water that's contaminated with oil and other things. So that's a bigger issue. I do know that actually, I'm not sure if he's on here, but Justin is one of our newest students in the program. He's actually working as an environmental consultant. He was telling me that there's actually an issue going on in Garfield right now with chromium, which is another contaminant, I guess you could say, and it's been going on for 30 years, which I had no clue about, and I looked it up online, and I thought it was a recent issue, but it was actually an issue that's been in existence for like 30 years. They've been trying to fix the problem. It got into the water in the town and essentially just destroyed like a lot of the value of the town, and people are not as interested in investing there, so he was asking about that.